So I have this tendency of getting into debates with people, and one of the debates that I got in with somebody earlier this morning was whether or not rape was inherently bad, right? And it turns out that nobody actually thinks that rape is inherently bad, because if a guy rapes a woman and then he goes to prison, people will be like, oh, that's what he deserves, right? And while he's in prison, this guy is going to get raped. So I'm like, okay, so you think that a guy who rapes somebody should get raped? And they go, yeah. I go, okay, so you don't believe that rape is inherently bad then? Because if you think that rape is inherently bad, then the idea of anyone getting raped, including a rapist, would be bad, right? So, and the guy was like, oh, whoa, I was like, whatever. Kind of like murder, right? Like killing somebody, right? Like the death penalty. Like if murder is inherently bad, then why do we kill people who murder people? Why do we, yeah. You know? That makes no sense. Oh, you murdered somebody, so we're gonna kill you. Yeah, okay. So, it's so horrible, right? You know, I'm not saying that these things aren't bad. I'm just saying you just, right? If rape is bad, then, you know, don't rape anyone and don't let anyone be raped. End of story. So, even though the dude raped, the dude is going to prison for raping somebody, that doesn't mean that you just allow somebody else to rape him. You know? I mean, you know what the funny thing is like people will come up with all these this circular logic thing to like justify why a rapist being raped would be, you know, fine. And it usually boils down to like pseudoscience bullshit or, you know, religious bullcrap like, oh, a rapist being raped, well, that's karma. That's karmic justice. That's this, you know, oh, it's punishment from imaginary friend. You know, oh, the imaginary friend in the sky, you know, instead of preventing the original rape from happening, he's going to allow the original rape to happen and then punish the guy afterwards by putting him in a situation where he himself gets raped also. Not, oh, you know, our imaginary friend, he doesn't prevent the rape, he allows the rape to happen, and then he only punishes people afterwards. You know? So, you know, you think God would kind of, from time to time, go a little Minority Report on his, you know, on his subjects, but he never does. He never prevents things from happening. You know, he just, you know, allows bad shit to happen and then punishes people afterwards. Sometimes hundreds of thousands of years later after, you know, the end of the world. That's when everybody, because you know, nobody's in hell right now. Okay? They're in a state where they're not alive or they're not dead. You know, they're in like some weird, you know, waiting for, cause, you know, but also it's instantaneous, right? It's, you know, Judgment Day is in the future, but it's also instantaneous because as soon as you die, you just jump forward in time to whenever this magical Judgment Day is going to happen. You just, in a blink of an eye, all the time between when you died and the day that everybody starts lining up to be judged one after another happens, you know? Because that's what the Bible says. It says that everybody will be judged one at a time, and everybody will witness everybody else being judged, and you know, all this other crap. Gosh, man. Rob, you're talking like one of your mom's brothers is a pastor of a church or something. Huh. Weird. How do you know all this stuff? Huh? I mean, you're an atheist. How do you know this Bible stuff? You shouldn't even be talking about the Bible because you're an atheist. Wasn't always an atheist.